Michelle, taking over for another lesson. I would like to talk about the 5 tips I wish I knew when I started playing guitar. I've been playing guitar for over 20 years now, and these are definitely 5 things that I wish I knew when I started playing. So the first thing, I first started playing on piano, and I'm really glad that I had sort of a basic idea of theory before I picked up the guitar. So sometimes learning a little bit about another instrument is actually very helpful, because when you pick up the guitar, you're all of a sudden like, oh yeah, okay, C and G, maybe you know that the key of G has 1 sharp, the key of C has no sharps or flats. Even just having a familiar knowledge about music is really helpful, because it sort of helps all of the building blocks kind of fall together when you're playing guitar. Now, the second thing, I really wish I would have known about strumming patterns, because when I first started playing guitar, everything, you pick up a guitar for the first time and you're just so excited to play it, and everything is sort of, and I never even knew that there were different strumming patterns. So I wish I would have explored a little bit about strumming patterns early on when I started playing. It just would have opened up a whole new world to me. And also the fact that you can be percussive with the way your right hand, or if you're left-handed, your left hand, but the way that your strumming hand sort of hits the guitar, so you can go up and down strokes. You can palm mute. If I would have known a little bit just about the different ways that you can use your strumming hand to help you play the guitar, it would have just helped me be so much more curious about different songs, or listen to songs and be like, okay, so they're playing this. I would have been able to listen, I think, to other songs and pick up, okay, they're not just playing the. So knowing that there are different strumming patterns can open up a whole new world for you. Okay, number 3, I really wish I would have known there is no need for speed. I wanted to pick up the guitar and I wanted to just play everything as fast as I could. The first riff I learned was Stairway to Heaven. And then I went through the courses of learning like La Bamba and I don't know, all the things that you learn when you're just starting to learn guitar, and you're like, I can play La Bamba. But I was just so excited about learning how to play all these songs. I didn't necessarily learn how to play them right, like perfectly right. So I will say there is no need to speed, and your perfect instrument to help you with that is a metronome. I wish I would have started practicing with the metronome when I first started playing guitar, because I feel like it would have taught me that you don't need to learn everything so fast all the time from the beginning, and learning how to play something right the first way, very slowly, is so much better, and then you can speed it up. And it's so much easier once you learn it slowly and perfectly to then speed it up. I will say this about a metronome. The first best band that you can ever be in is you and a metronome. If you can learn how to play with the metronome, you will be able to play with anybody else later in life. If you can learn how to play to that constant tick that just gets embedded in your brain, you will be able to play on time, which will help you and serve you for whatever band you may be in later in life. So learn how to play with a metronome. It is your best bandmate and will always be your best bandmate. Number 4, I wish I would have learned to practice songs that you like. Early on in my lessons, I just learned whatever my teacher told me to learn. I would be getting these books, like Learn How to Play Guitar, and I would just be flipping through them. I mean, like we all do, you're just kind of going through the program. I was big into Shania Twain at the time. I wish I just would have started with a Shania Twain song, because you know what? I would have played that song every single day. I would have played that song multiple times a day. So I will say playing songs that you like, learning songs that you like, will encourage you to practice more, and it'll just get you playing more and more and more, and then get you wanting to learn more and more songs. So learn what you want to play. Okay, number 5. I wish I would have learned this early on. It's something that I have learned how to master later on in my playing life, but I wish I would have learned how to listen and learn to play something by ear. I find sometimes we get so used to Googling, learning tab, reading tab, and then playing it. And not all the time tab is right. Not all the time the tab that you find on the internet is right. Sometimes listening to a recording and learning how to figure it out on the guitar is so useful. You will be able to take that skill with you for the rest of your life. When you're jamming with other players, you'll be able to pick up on where they are, what key they're in. So learning to play by ear, I wish was something that I fostered into my musical brain early on. I will say you only get better about learning to play by ear by doing it. Put on your favorite song and be like, okay, I'm gonna figure out what chords are in this song. Sometimes I even try to find the root note, which is the one, let's say, in our song. And sometimes I just kind of go around the guitar until I find, okay, oh, yeah. They hit that note. They also hit this note. And as you do it more and more, I promise you, it's going to get easier and it's going to feel more familiar. And it is a skill that you will be so glad you mastered early on in your playing. The other thing I will say about learning to play by ear is that you really get to learn the feel of the way something's played, which sometimes reading tab isn't always written. You can read timing, you can read notes, but you can't read feel, but you can hear feel. And the minute you listen to feel, then you'll be able to pick up feel, like I said, for the rest of your guitar playing life. You can really feel like if something is, or like whatever it is, the way you approach a note, the way you attack a note. Are you raking it? Are you raking it hard? Are you raking it soft? And so learning to play by ear is one of my most precious tips that I will give you. Well guys, my name is Lindsay L. Those are 5 things that I wish I would have mastered early on in my playing. Good luck. I wish you the best in your pursuit of playing guitar. We are always here to help you. Make sure to subscribe to Marty Music as well as check out my own channel. The links are below. We'll see you next time.